Hey, welcome to Horsehead Bookends for another Gaming Friday. This is probably going to go up on Sunday or Saturday, because I don't know if I'll have enough time to cut it unless it snows.
Oh yeah,
Because
you're
you're
supposed to have through what, 4 to 6 inches?
something like
tomorrow?
that. I don't know. I don't think we're getting as much, but anyway, today we are playing Evacuation by Vladimir Suchy, put out by Delicious Games. Now, I don't know much about this game. I've only watched a few playthrough videos about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to show any of the gameplay itself. I may not, but we're going to play. Hopefully Mike can explain it. The deal is you're leaving a planet.
Well, we're leaving our old world behind.
Okay.
It's exactly the opposite of what you're normally doing in a board game. Instead of starting with nothing and building up your empire is already built on your existing planet, except the planet's dying, so you need to pack up all your crap and get it over to the new world. So we'll be using these different action cards to take different actions, moving stuff, putting them on, buying these super cool spaceships, and transporting all of our stuff from our old world to the new world and rebuilding our civilization over time.
So the whole game takes place in 4 rounds. Yep. That's about it. So I'll give you a quick look at the board, and we're probably going to get started soon. Just waiting for Gabe to get here. He might be here now. I don't know. My camera went off, so we'll take a look. All right, so here is your main player board for Evacuation. In here will be your technologies that we haven't slotted out yet. Down below are your 4 main actions you get when you play an action card, but because you're playing the advanced mode, let me see one of those action cards. Instead of playing it like this to get the actions here, we can actually flip it over and we can perform the actions that are listed on the card, which is pretty cool for advanced mode. Hopefully that'll focus in sometime, but it doesn't seem like it is. Oh well. All right, so here we have the main board right down here. It's there's your old world, new world, and here is the track with your satellites. As they move along the board, you can settle new lands in the new world. So we're going to, we're waiting for one more player to get here, and we're going to get started. Okay, so as you can see, I am in a different shirt. Mike is no longer with me, and there was no real filming or showing of the gameplay. It's because something happened with the camera, and I lost the footage of us playing, and I did lose the footage of our final thoughts on the game. However, final scores for Evacuation, I have the score sheet right here in my hand. Mike had 29, Gabe had 52, and I had 53. I squeaked out a 1-point victory. Not exactly sure how I did it. I thought Gabe was definitely the runaway leader in the game, but I managed to win, probably because I ramped up my production at the very end of the game. So I will show some stock footage that I grabbed off of BGG, and let me talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about the game. Now, I think I mentioned before, I am not a huge Vladimir Suchy fan. I've played a good amount of his games, and I usually try to find, well, I don't try to find, I usually find that I have an issue with some sort of gameplay mechanic in the game itself, which leads me to really not loving it that much. Not that they're bad games, it's just not, they're not favorites of mine. However, with Evacuation, I felt that every move that I made was important, that I was doing something, that I was advancing something somewhere, even if it was technology, or getting resources, or moving population, or getting, or prepping things for my spaceships to move them over to the new planet. My biggest complaints about the game, really the only thing I didn't like about the game, is the production quality of it. The outer cardboard box felt very thin and flimsy. I know it's not really a big deal, it has nothing to do with gameplay. However, gameplay issues, the player boards are very flat, and you're slotting in a lot of things on there, especially your tech. I kind of wish they were dual layered so that they would sit in there a little better, because if you kind of bump the board, everything goes flying. The other big issue that not just I had, but I think so did Gabe and Mike, is the population markers. Now, We thought in the beginning, as we were playing, that your population, the little lozenge type discs that are in every Vladimir Suchy game, were limited. What you had is what you had, and that's it. However, reading the book at the end of the game, we realized it wasn't. But the issue was, I ran out of population markers. I think Gabe ran out of population markers at the very end. And because we thought they were limited, it would have changed some of the last moves I made in the game that may or may not have gotten me more points. Same with Gabe. So I just feel, and I believe Mike agrees with this, and I'm sure he'll chime in down below, that if you're making a game and you run out of resources that are important, there are many games that say, well, use an acceptable substitute for the marker. However, if it's an important part of the game, you really should print enough or include enough of those tokens so that you don't run out. Running out does happen, and it's not often that in games that I've played where things do run out. Like, yes, coins have run out in games or resources, and you could use an acceptable substitute. But I think for this, it's not something that should have run out. If they're unlimited, they should really give a lot more of the population discs. Maybe an additional 5. An additional 5 to 10 per each color, I think, would be sufficient to not run out. I just feel that it's something that there should be plenty of. Overall, I did enjoy the game. It is probably my most liked Vladimir Suchy game, and I will definitely play it again. It was just everything clicked and everything made sense, and I really look forward to playing it again because I really did enjoy playing the game as a whole. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe and the notification bell. You get notified as soon as I upload a new video. Questions or comments, feel free to post them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.